got no plans to be through with this whole thing to see through. And I ain't trying to be cool, no, I'm just trying to be true. But all I do is see blue, at least it's in my room. Feel like it's trying to consume, but I'm just days that refuse. Or maybe make it out soon. I assume that my doom ain't the worst of the guess what my purpose is. Start my verse, then I fall when the curtain ends. When the curtain ends, yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I blend. Off in the back where I... Yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I... Another one, another one, another one. Another one. Another one done.
Keep striving until my lungs can't breathe. They're all tired, I don't know about fatigue. Got my bros back if we come under siege. Got my dogs with me, I ain't carrying a leash. Thank the Lord for my freedom of speech, cause I say what I like and I do what I please. Brothers think I didn't train for this my whole life. Tried to tell them it didn't come with ease. They must have thought that I didn't put in graft. Stayed fully focused and stuck to the task. When it paid off, I was like at last. Them other brothers can kiss my... And I promise you that I wouldn't want to be ya. Them man ain't got this energy, do ya? I cannot feel that vibe going through ya. Flat battery like my dead computer. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I'll fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me, I wouldn't recommend. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I'll fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me, I wouldn't recommend. I'm from a different life, different type, energies, flows, vibes. I'm from a different life, different type, energies, flows, vibes. They couldn't top this. Winning team going crazy, it's like a mosh pit. Lonely at the top, they won't give what it's costing. Told them once and I tell them again.
Raise your hand if you've got your Patty license. Well, then come on in. It's time to watch boxing at the Atlantis. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. First up, One Punch. And they will have a power advantage here. And he's up against Lawrence Okoli. And they do have a reach advantage here. This fight in the cruiserweight division.
Oh my goodness, look at the...
Up first, One Punch from France, and they hold the SCI Continental title. The last time we saw them in action, they pulled off a very close win. Lawrence Okoli from the United Kingdom. The last time we saw them in action, they lost by a TKO. Let's see how they bounce back here.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from France. Wearing the white trunks with red trim.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What? Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Do you believe what we are seeing? They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Nice counter. does everything behind the jab, their opponent has got to watch out for that. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Both men step back for just a moment. Well done with that counter shot. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Catch it. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. We know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace.
Here we go, it's round two. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. Missing with the hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Straight right just misses. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Can't land the jab there. It's all offense all the time. We wanted action, and they are delivering. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Let's get it started in round three. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They both want the knockout. Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. There's a counter shot. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You like to see more jabs. Nice counter shot. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they... Here's the bell for round 4. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of defense here at all. Beautiful counter shot. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Just missed with that jab. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. The straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance without a doubt.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One punch could change everything in this battle. Those counter punches have to hurt. That hook doesn't score. Good counter punch. This is a high-octane battle. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punching. Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? He fails to score with that left hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. He is down big time on the on to the 6th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And one punch goes down. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
The perfect counter lands. Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Beautiful counter punch. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
And there's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Want to think of holding on here for a minute. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. His stamina is off the charts. Counter punch. And he just misses with that jab. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Threw a punch and just got countered. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on now, ring away.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That counter punch caught him clean. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? He blocks the hook. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Missing with that right hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
And we enter the ninth. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Hold it right there. Coley may go down here. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
How about that time counter shot? Lawrence Coley rocked, and down he goes. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Some fighters, when this happens...
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be. We just saw it.
Can make or break a fighter.
And there's the bell to start round 10. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Perfect counter shot. That hook was off target. That counter shot lands. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? His stamina is off the charts. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, you don't see it very often, but here it is. This fight ends in a draw.
A draw? Ooh, listen to that crowd. Nobody's happy with that. Why? Because the build-up was ridiculous, the things that were said were ridiculous, but these two fighters were evenly matched, and this is why we've got a draw.
General's back in the building. Trust. Tell him man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Pull up on a set, I might let man know what time that this is. If man move wicked, make man swim with the sharks and fishes. Respect my wishes, got bare creps and I step like kisses. And my fit stay clean like dishes. That's why gal wanna give man kisses. Gal wanna give man hugs. I don't drink and I don't do drugs. I used to wear my heart on a sleeve. That's why nowadays man I don't do love. Fake love might get a man killed. Fake love might get a man drilled. I had to tell them let a man heal. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Down for the anarchy, them man I sing to the feds like Valerie. Any violations, man I see casualty. Even my manager still can't manage me. Non-stop working, down for the salary. Everyday engine, burning a calorie. Deep meditation, man can't channel me. I told them man recently, man's been on the deepest frequency. Girls that I love keep on leaving me. When I die they'll keep on grieving me. Gotta deal with this thing evenly. Gotta live this life, just breathe with me. Bad man can't make peace with me. Sit at the table and eat with me. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader.
Pick a side. Will you live? Will you die? Will you quit? Will you try? Sweating eyes. Who am I? Champion till I die. Every morning, every night. Boy, I gotta look alive. Now you can hear the crowd going wild. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Pick a side, pick a side. Only two options, be with the winners or the other guys, yeah. Ain't no time, we already on the way. Better get themselves in line, thought I told you we don't play. The team going nuts, the score going up, morale going down, the fans packing up. Now all the kids got a new hero. They ain't never seen so many zeros. And that's when the crowd starts to shout. Yeah. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get